Are you thinking about exploring the Texas Hill Country and you're not really sure what you should check out? Well, stay tuned because I'm going to tell you all the favorite things that I love to do right here in Texas Hill Country. Hey everyone, I'm Christine Johnson. Welcome to another episode of Serving San Antonio, where I tell you everything there is to know about living right here in San Antonio and the surrounding areas. First up, Enchanted Rock. Enchanted Rock is located right outside of Fredericksburg, and this beautiful pink granite rock stands about 425 feet tall. Now, climbing to the top of the rock takes a little less than an hour, but it's a very sweaty hour. And when you get to the top, I highly recommend bringing a picnic, not an actual picnic basket, but bringing a backpack with some food in it, maybe some wine, and sit and enjoy the view once you get to the top. Trust me, I see a lot of people doing it. Now, aside from climbing the rock, they have a lot of hiking trails, they have rock climbing challenges that you can check out, so there's a lot of other things that you can do while you're there. And if you're feeling adventurous, due to the rural location that Enchanted Rock is located, it has one of the darkest skies in Texas. So hang around and maybe you can do some stargazing late at night. Up next is Gorman Falls. Gorman Falls is located in Lometa, Texas, and I do not know if I said that right. So if I said it wrong, I apologize. Gorman Falls has one of the most amazing waterfalls that stands about 65 feet tall. It's located in the Colorado Bend State Park, and it's considered a living waterfall. You're probably wondering, what does that mean? Well, unlike most other waterfalls, they shrink over time and get smaller, but a living waterfall only gets bigger over time. This place has plenty of stuff to do, so if you want to stay for the weekend, you can still go hiking, you can go camping, you can go swimming, you name it, there's plenty to do for your family. Pro tip, if you plan on going to more Texas state parks, I highly recommend buying the Texas State Park Pass, because you can get in for free to 89 state parks within Texas. Okay, next up. Now, if hiking and camping and all that stuff isn't your thing, it's not my thing, check out Fredericksburg, or also known as Wine Road 290. Fredericksburg is just full of wineries. It's miles and miles and miles of just winery after winery. So you gotta become prepared to drink some wine and explore the beautiful areas that these wineries sit in. It's just absolutely gorgeous and highly recommend. And if you don't like wine, a lot of these places have other options too. One of my personal favorites to go to if you're not a wine drinker, and if you know me, I'm a big beer drinker, is the Allstat Brewery. Talk about one of the most beautiful breweries that I've ever seen. It's located on a gigantic ranch. It's got this German feel, and from what I'm told, it's Patrick Swayze's old ranch, so you definitely gotta check it out. And don't forget to check out the downstairs cellar. It's mainly like the place where the adults can go and the kids can't. And news just came in, maybe a few days ago, that a new winery is opening up out there, and it's called a rhinery. And what does that mean? You can pet the rhinoceroses while you're there drinking wine. So don't think that I'm not gonna try and check that place out within the next few weeks. Next up is Luckenbach. Now, Luckenbach is only about 10 minutes from Fredericksburg, so if you're already gonna be out in Fredericksburg, you've gotta check out Luckenbach. Luckenbach is only home to 3 residents. Can you believe that? And their motto is, everybody's somebody in Luckenbach. You gotta check out the Luckenbach Dance Hall, which has hosted some legendary performers there. Willie Nelson used to play there a lot, and now they have a lot of bands that just play there on the weekend. So if you stop there, you're more than likely gonna catch a band playing. And you've gotta check out the little post office, which is now the gift shop. It's such a cute little area, as well as the place where you go and grab a beer. It's just a little tiny bar. I don't even think there's air conditioning in there. Something you've definitely gotta check out at least once. Okay, so this Texas heat, there's gotta be some other things you can do to stay cool. Next up, the Blue Hole in Wimberley, Texas. This swimming hole is one of the most beautiful swimming holes you're gonna see in Texas, so you have to check it out. This is a naturally occurring swimming hole that is fed by Cypress Creek. It's known for its beautiful blue-green colors, clear water, and friendly environment. It's something your kids will absolutely love. But make sure you make a reservation because that place fills up fast. Oh, and while you're out there in Wimberley, you have to go to Community Pizza and Beer Garden for some of the best pizza you're ever going to eat. If you go, you have to get the pizza called the Illuminat. I promise you, you will love it, and if you don't, I want to hear all about it and why you don't love it. But seriously, even if it's not your cup of tea, the pizza's gonna be amazing. The beer, the atmosphere, everything's really fun there too. So after you cool off in the swimming hole, go grab a bite to eat and a beer. Next up on the list, and another great place to check out if you wanna cool off, is Canyon Lake. There's no better way than to cool off in the crystal clear blue water of Canyon Lake. Whether you wanna go rent a boat, go swimming, go to one of the parks there and just hang out for the entire day, Canyon Lake is the place you gotta go. You can also go fishing or go scuba diving. Yes, there are some very cool places you can go scuba diving, but don't look at me because that stuff is not something that I actually enjoy. I'm actually kind of petrified to do anything scuba diving, so you can barely get me to snorkel. Anyways, you can't go wrong with Canyon Lake, and it's even good for just a day trip. So there, back less than an hour. Okay, and the last place that you need to check out is the Natural Bridge Cavern. These caverns, you'll walk about a half a mile through 180 feet below ground. It's really, really awesome, and you'll have a tour guide that walks you through everything. You can freely walk through, but whatever you do, don't touch the walls because it's still a living cavern. So it's really, really neat. You've got to check it out and your kids will love it. Now, when you're done with the cavern, you've got to go out and check out the Twisted Trails. The Twisted Trails is a 60-foot rope course that you have about 45 minutes to get through. Now, I didn't get to go through it. I'm not getting up there. So my son, who was only 6 at the time, he wanted to try it out, and they have a little tiny one for younger kids. I highly recommend not putting a 6-year-old and above through that course. It's really boring. It's boring for them, it's boring for you, and it's a waste of money. So if you can convince them to go a little bit higher onto the bigger course, I definitely recommend that. But anyone under the age of 5, check out the little rope course because it's really fun for the kids. So those are some of my favorite places to visit when you're visiting Texas Hill Country. There's many more places, and I'm sure I missed some of them, but those would be my top picks. And I really hope you're able to get out and visit them as well. If you have any other further questions about anything here in San Antonio or the surrounding areas, feel free, email, call me, shoot me a text, whatever works for you. Thanks for watching another episode of Serving San Antonio. I'm Christine Johnson with Fathom Realty. I'll see you next time.